Welcome back to another one. Choosing the wrong balls. We all do it, we've all done it. In this one, I'm going to break the balls and then I'm going to go the worst color set and try and pot out. You're going to see the difference when you actually choose one that might look easy, but in fact it could be hard depending on how the balls are laid out. If we choose the wrong color set, just see how hard it can actually make us as a player win the frame in one visit. At the end, I'm actually going to go through a few of the outs and tell you where I probably should have pulled up going the wrong balls, because obviously most of the time you go the wrong balls, we're failing the outs. So I'll let you know where, at what part that I thought we should have pulled up and played safe. And that's the most important thing. Rather than dig yourself a hole, you can actually keep yourself in the frame. Here we go. All right, now what would you like here? Reds are possibly the balls, yellows would be the harder one because of this one here and this one here. So let's go yellows. How would I start this? I really want to get onto this one. I know the 8 ball goes in that pocket, but how am I going to finish up down here to land on the 8 ball? I'd really like to get rid of this one quite early. So, but I actually have to land on it over here. How do I get over here? I'd love to actually play the white ball across here and drift in down this way. So, I can probably do that by playing one of these balls first. So you can see already how it's actually quite difficult going the yellows because of this situation here and this one here as well. Obviously reds would be a lot easier, you know, they all just link quite nicely. But yellows, it's a lot harder. So, how do I get over here? All right, I'm going to play this yellow. If I knock into the red there, that's perfect. So now I know, let's play this one. Oh, it's still a bit difficult. What if I come over here? That's no good. What if I play off there and down this way? Could do that. You can see how just actually getting down here is super difficult in a way. All right, I'm going to play this. Come forward. I really need to be as close to this red as possible. No, and I haven't gone far enough, all because of that reason. All right, so now it's already gone to, so now I'm in already one shot in, basically survival mode. So now I need to pot this and come around. Done that. And again, I could play that one down into there, but I've only got half a pocket. Could play this out to here, play that yellow up there, come off the rail, back out to here. Then I'm playing this one, but what am I doing? It's just super difficult. So I think I really have to take these and land on this. This is just, it's actually confusing for me. a little bit, because I know I'd prefer to go on reds. So it's hard trying to work this out when you know you're going the wrong way. All right, I think I'm going to have to take this one now. Try and come around.
So after all that, I planned on knocking that bottom yellow in, because if I didn't, I'd have to go up for the other yellows anyway, or come back down for this yellow. So knocking this yellow in, I was a chance to actually try and possibly win the frame, but I missed it. I'm sort of still in it, but unfortunately, reds will take control very quickly and more than likely win the frame from here. Should I have pulled up? Well, the way the reds are, the moment I make a mistake, it's game over, and it was very, very hard for me to actually play a really good safety. So in this situation, I've gone yellows. I'm pretty much going to have to now make them because I'm committed because of the way the reds are.
All right, let's break them up. Again, straight away, reds are going to be dodgy. Yellows are the balls here, but let's go reds, because obviously that's what we're doing. I have to deal with this one. It's just so hard. Can probably play this red off there and open that. Or if I had angle here, I could pot this and go into that. But I'm going to have to take this one to begin with, because I'm not on anything. And these reds only go into there. This red just sneaks in past there. So maybe I can pot this and land down there and start that way. All right, that's one miracle. Booyah! So two, that one there. And then if I can get over to here, I can probably play that. I might even be able to play this one up there. We'll see how I go on this one. So I just basically want to be there. All right. So now I can roll forward to possibly around here. You can see how when you go the wrong way, nothing actually just makes sense. It's all it's very hard. So, all right. I might be able to sneak past and open them up.
So here I already feel like I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm going to hit the rail first, probably go off the yellow going off. So I'd probably take the red on the right-hand side of the rail here in a proper game, and then just try and send it up to the top right and try and actually cover that pocket, because that way yellows can't actually pot it in a way, or pot my ball and pot their yellow ball. It's actually quite hard, and I'm a good chance to get back to the table and try and fight this at a later stage. And there's a small chance that the red might actually come off the yellow and open up the red and yellow, which could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I could go in off here, but I'm going to have to take a bit of a risk. Might hit this yellow. I just need to sneak past it. Nope. So now we're in deep, deep trouble. All right, so now I'm going to pot this. I'm going to come over to here, pot this with angle, go into this, because I have nothing left. And there it is. There's another one, another failed attempt. Right, here we go. So again, yellows actually look the balls here. Reds do have problems here and here, but all in all, they're actually gettable. So I might actually have to start here something good because I got ball in hand. So something like that. Come over to here. You know, if I was yellows, I'd possibly start here and pot that and actually just sort of screw back into this, pushing that out, and then now I can just roll all the yellows in. But I'm not, I'm reds, and we have to deal with this one, then that one, so let's deal with that straight away. Okay, now if I can get onto this one, that one links to that nicely, and I can probably play a double on this one at a later point. So I don't think I've hit that hard enough. Nope. So now I'm gonna have to pot this one. I can't actually, I don't think I can get this one out because I actually got to swerve it slightly around this one. So oh, just got a bit of a tickle. So when I'm going the correct balls, well, what's correct to us, there's patterns. To when you go in a way the wrong set of balls, you can see now the pattern play or the pattern making is all very scrambled. Everything's just very hard, which it is. So now, again, I might be able to knock this in. There it is. I'm slowly getting there, you know, and I've accidentally landed nicely on this one. So now I can roll through. And this is the big thing. On like a league night, you might go the wrong set of balls and make the out. You might accidentally land on a nice ball that leads you onto your other ball and then make the out. And then that might happen 4 or 5 times in a night. And you might do very well. But then next time this happens, you might get none out of 6 or none out of 5 and you wonder why. It's because of this exact thing. Going the wrong set and you're probably just getting lucky to make these outs. So, we've gone a dodgy set and we've made the out. But it's taken a couple of goes. Let's go again. All right, here we go again. Oh. I reckon yellows are the hard ones here, only because red balls are very, very nice. Like that one goes, I can pot that and actually go into this, nudge that out, and I'm on that one. That goes, that links to that, that links to that. All very, very nice, you know. My first one would probably be, you know, can be this one. You know, but looking at this now, this is actually funny. Looking at it, I actually think yellows are the easier balls, only because my starter on a red is actually this one. And then I need to play this one and then get back to here to probably pot this one and then try and get angle on this one so I can knock that in there, which I have to be around here. So I go into there, knock that out, pot that red and then pot that red. So with yellows, I can roll this in and then I can play this and directly go into this yellow right here. And I'm pushing this yellow away and I should hopefully land on this yellow or this yellow and I can go game. So they both actually have their dramas here. And I think reds are probably harder here to make the out. So I will go yellows, because I think if one shot here goes right, I don't actually want to go into here. I want to go here, because I'll push red onto yellow and push the yellow out, and the white ball will hit the red and then come out and not get stuck in here. So let's go with yellows. So I want to be somewhere along here, just forward of that yellow. So reds or yellows are basically just as hard as one another here, I think. I think yellows here are probably easier, but I think I'm just going to go with one of them. So they both have their issues here. So let's just go with yellows. And the reason why yellows could possibly be harder is because if this doesn't go right, I'm in trouble very quickly.
So remember what I just said then. If this doesn't go right, I can get in trouble very, very quickly. So these are things that you need to identify when you're playing, and that way you can pull up if you need to.
The other way, you can get in trouble very quick, but I've got a few more balls to land on. All right. And I missed it. That's the beauty about this game. No matter what level you're at, you can still actually play a bad shot. So I've played a bad shot here. I've missed my opportunity. I've hit these by accident. Can't remember where they were. Don't know. Oh, this was here. I've missed my opportunity to get that out, and you can see now yellows are in big, big trouble. So what would I do here now? That just goes. I'm probably playing this, hopefully get an angle on this one, and then I can try and go into this down here. So now I've got to try and knock these in.
Look familiar? This is where you should pull up. It's gone wrong. Start setting these reds down towards those reds and the yellow down the bottom right. Get a good white, maybe at the top of the table, maybe pot their red in the middle left. But stop potting balls, that's the main thing. Stop potting balls.
All right. What balls are good here? They're both, they both aren't too bad, but I like reds, and the reason why I like reds are the balls here, because I've got a bunch of reds down in this area. If I were to go yellows, I've got one opportunity to sort of break this out, maybe off this one, and that's actually quite hard. So, and these balls actually don't mean anything. So yellows here are the wrong balls. So now, let's see how I go trying to actually pot out here. Pot that in there. That's no good, I can't do that. I'm actually going to have to try and hit this one and come down, or if anything, I'm probably trying to nick this one thin and come into this. And again, just slides. Have I gotten lucky? No. So, first shot in, choosing the wrong balls, and bang, it's out. If I were to go reds, I've got balls near where I need to actually try and win the frame from. So I've got a lot of soldiers down where I'm going to win the frame. Where yellows had a few of their soldiers up here, and again, it was no good. So again, in trouble straight away. I wouldn't be trying to now pot out. This is where, like I was explaining before, where I would pull up, why I would pull up, and try and now play myself back into the game after choosing the wrong color set. So I would love to bring this ball back down into play, but I can't do that right now. I'm not going to start potting balls. I can actually get to this one down here, but again, why would I want to try and put that over the pocket where reds can actually knock it in? Leave it all there. Buy yourself some time.
So the reason why I say leave that yellow on the bottom rail there stops reds from putting a red over the pocket. If they put a red over the pocket down the bottom right, you can easily play your yellow onto red and take away one of their balls.
Just nick off this, send the white up there, and then if you get another opportunity and the balls are still clustered, bring your yellow back down into play and start playing the frame out. So something like this. Beautiful safety in a way. Keeps your opponent on edge. You've kept all your balls on the table. And now, what are they going to do? If I'm them, I'm probably just rolling this one in or over because that's the hard one, getting my hard one off. All right. Well, I've knocked it in. That can be a good thing. But you've made your opponent play a very, very hard shot. So now your opponent is potting their balls, but I almost guarantee you that they're going to have a tough time now getting around here to knock this out, to pot one of these and knock this out. It's going to be super hard for them. And if they pot a few more balls, now yellows go favourite here. So you can see how it changes just by playing one safety. This sitting over the pocket, that's fine. If it's sat there, you can then now bring your yellow back into play. All right, somewhere down here, doesn't matter too much. And now you can play the frame out. But with that in there, even with them having a bit of a dip, it's still okay because I think it's low percentage and there's a good chance you'll go back to the table. So it's all about pulling up, playing safe if you're in trouble. So yellow's I reckon the easier balls here. Everything's sort of on except this one. Red balls, half of them are down here, the other half are up here. But the reds are probably harder because I have a dodgy one right here and they've literally only got one extraction ball to actually deal with that. And the rest of their soldiers are down here. Yellows, on the other hand, they've got one dodgy yellow, but they've got all their soldiers now trying to actually, in a way, figure out a way to get this one out. So you've got more chances to actually get that ball out and go game. So red balls are the balls here for me because it's harder. I'm going to play this one, try and go into this, and then see what happens. So there, I've done it. That's one shot. Now I can pot that, come over to here.
One of the biggest mistakes I see players make, did you see me make it? I just got down and starting to actually play this shot. I didn't walk around to see where I need to be with the white. I played a shot, I've opened up the red, I'm happy. Now I'm going to continue very fast. I need to stop, I need to walk around the table, and I need to make sure where this white ball has to be. And you'll see why right now.
And what's happened? Like I said, you've got these soldiers down here protecting themselves, basically. It's harder for me to pot these balls and get out. I should have made sure to hit the cushion here, but because I have a lot of yellows around this one red ball, things can still go wrong, even if I played a very good first shot, which I did. So now, even if I pot this red, I'm going to be stuck in here playing another long ball. All because of this one yellow. If that yellow wasn't there, it's instantly game over. That's why, having all these yellows here, I said to you at the start, yellows were the balls. Reds could have made the out, still can, but you can see how dodgy it's gotten very, very quickly. So I know this wasn't a break and run. I've had a few people ask me if I can do something like this and choose the wrong balls. And as you can see, it's very, very hard. And that's why we should all get better to try and actually choose the right set. And also, you don't actually have to continue and try and pot out. You can pull up and pull up at the right times. So here, I think you're in trouble regardless. And I'd try and knock this ball in, which is very, very hard. Miss, it's game over anyway. Even if I get it, I actually don't really have anything on down here as well. So it's very, very hard, very, very tricky. And I suggest if you have chosen the wrong balls and you know it, stop potting balls straight away. Try and play safe. And when you get back to the table, you should be in a much better position to fight out the frame and play a game of 8 ball that we all love.